Welcome to my Final Fantasy VII initial equipment, no accessory, no items, no enemy skill challenge. So I finished the game and it's time to try to take care of the weapons. This here is going to be my attempts at Emerald Weapon, and I have a setup in mind. I'm fairly confident this is gonna work. If this doesn't work, I have another setup that I'm 100% sure it's actually going to work, so I'll switch to that if this one doesn't work. But yeah, the setup is basically I have Mime and KotR on Vincent here, along with double magic pluses, a couple of HP pluses, and these to level them up and get a little extra magic as well, to deal a little more damage. And then Cid has Ultima with MP Turbo and Ultima with Quadra Magic. And then I have Restore and All, and I have an HP plus and a W magic. Cloud basically just have Underwater and HP plus to get more HP, and because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this in under 20 minutes, but I'm not sure, we'll see. Yeah, that's basically the setup. Because this is an initial equipment, no accessory, I have the basic equipment. I have quite a lot of magic, at least 200. Would have more if I'd been able to switch weapon, of course. But I think this should be okay. And the others are just... they have what they have. I'm at a fairly high level, not super high, not even 80 yet, so could level up a couple of more levels to make it a little easier, and might need fewer HP pluses if I do that. Could be nice if I get Airtime Storm. I could also get a little more magic with Vincent. But yeah, let's go ahead and look for Emerald here. See if he is anywhere near. There he is. See if I can manage to catch him here. Alright, let's go. Let's see how this goes here. So Cid is gonna use a regen Ultima cast here. Vincent is going to Mime, and the rest is hopefully just gonna take care of itself. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. So Vincent's Ultima should deal probably about double this damage. So hopefully that's gonna be enough to stay alive. This might take a little longer because I'm trying to keep all my party members alive as well. So would it be easier if I hadn't tried to keep everyone alive? Because then I could have countered every attack that he does. So I'm gonna be countering a few less than all his attacks, but it should be fine anyway. Yeah, this is basically all this one's gonna be. The other tactic that I had was to use, instead of regen, use full cure, because that will always full cure the party member, and that would mean I would always... that party member would always be at full life, so I could, without having to worry, just survive everything, so it should be fine. If this doesn't work, I'll try that. But yeah, regen should work, I think, as well, because the ultimate cast takes so long. I should be able to stay healthy with everyone until he uses another attack. I believe, at least. We'll see how it goes. I was thinking maybe bringing haste as well, and just haste everyone, and to make the regen tick a little faster. So now I get the counter Mime here, so it's gonna be two attacks here this time. I'm using Ultima as well because it's a fairly fast spell that hits everyone without having to use an all, which is very good for this guy. And yeah, I believe I could have done this at a few lower levels, but anyway, even without the MP Turbo it would be possible, I'd say. It would just be a little harder. But I wanted to grind also for Ruby when I was grinding, so hopefully he shouldn't be able to use airtime storm on me with the setup either, I believe. But even if it does, I should be fine. From the airtime storm, it shouldn't kill me, I believe, at least. I shouldn't get revenge stamped either, because I'm using KotR magic. All those costs should be not countered. Yeah, I also got sadness just to take a little less damage, to be safe. So yeah, this is basically all this fight is going to be. Counter mime and mime, counter mime and mime, counter mime and mime. If you know his AI, he's fairly easy to manipulate at least. So yeah, like I said, I was planning on using full cure from the start. This should be a little quicker than full cure, or maybe not. The full cure cost is longer than the regen cost, but I get fewer counters using this tactic, so I don't know actually which is more effective. This one certainly will work well. Haven't timed how long I've been going here, but it's 5,000 per hit. Nice, got an emerald shoot on the Vincent now. That's good. I got the counter off then. And because I have so much max life, the regen will always... I'm also playing on active fastest, which is another... If you don't play on active fastest, regen isn't as good. So you need to have that setting on for this to work properly. Now, like I said, I don't really need the Ultima MP Turbo combo. Don't think I really need the Ultima... KotR magic is... I don't know if it's necessary, but it makes the regen... It lets the regen tick up while it's casting, so that's really nice to have the KotR magic for this one. And you might not even need the mime, or the counter, I mean. Might be a little more necessary when he opens his eyes. If you don't deal enough damage to kill the eyes right off the bat, that could be detrimental. That could make some characters perish here. But if you did a full cure instead of regen, it would definitely work even without KotR magic, I'd say. So I might try that out actually, make a video on that, just because I am fairly confident that you could kill him at a very low level using this tactic, or the tactic where you use full cure instead of full cure instead of regen. So yeah, got all the eyes right as they appeared, so that is perfect. That's what I was hoping for. So no real worries here. So yeah, this is just gonna take care of itself for now, from now on. And well, I do put in a mime every now and then, but other than that, it just goes by itself. It's basically an automated fight. It will naturally not be as quick as using like Knights of the Round with a W magic or W summon, but you do need W magic for this to work. So you need to have got to the North Crater at least, Northern Cave at least, and pick that up. Otherwise it's going to be really, really difficult. So yeah, I think I'll make a video on this. It's for fun, with like the least amount of stuff you need in order for this to work. So like I said before I started this, I was fairly confident that this was going to work, and it exceeded my expectations, I have to say. So yeah, happy with this. Looking forward to trying Ruby as well. The fact that I'm using KotR magic with Ultima and MP Turbo also lets me kill the eyes as soon as they appear, which is makes it quicker and smoother, I'd say. It's not, like I said, it's not necessary, but it's definitely helping in reducing the time I need to spend in this fight. And my survivability it helps as well. Quite a bit. Shouldn't need to worry about Airtime Storm either, because like I said, I'm killing the eyes as soon as they appear, because he will always use an attack when he pops them, and because of that I will always counter when he pops them, and I will always hit all targets with a KotR magic Ultima. So yeah, this is all there is to this one. It's just a couple of seconds too slow for him to be able to to get another region up there. If it had ticked like 2 seconds quicker, I could have got another region off at the next cast, which would have been even better, I have to say. Yeah. So I've been doing this challenge and it's been a lot of fun, I have to say. I'm glad I added the no items rule as well. I was planning on doing a initial equipment, no accessory, no enemy skill to start. But I'm glad I added the no items. It made the whole process, everything quite a lot harder, but also more fun, because I really needed to use the knowledge I have of this game to get through it. Especially certain bosses I had real trouble with, both Demon's Gate and Schizo I had a lot of trouble with. And the final bosses, especially Safer Sephiroth, was also quite difficult, but a lot of fun. So yeah, it was a really fun challenge. But fairly difficult. I tried to stay at a fairly low level as well, just to keep things a little more interesting. So I was 55, I think, when I finished the game, which is one of the lowest I've ever been finishing this game, and that's with these challenge rules that I was using here. I wasn't quite sure going in if the region tactic was gonna work, but it's working marvelously. Holy crap, it's working so well. With this setup it should be foolproof. If you have even better weapon and armor equipped, it should be even more foolproof, so to say. Like if you had if I had a better weapon, I could deal even more damage with my ultima costs. And if I had better armor, I'd take less damage and that kind of stuff. So, even if you're not playing this particular challenge, this tactic should be pretty foolproof. If you don't want to use Knights of the Round against this guy. I mean, in a casual playthrough and you have Knights of the Round, you might as well use that because, well, it's Knights of the Round. It's naturally going to be more effective than this method, but not by too much. It is fairly close, actually, in how effective this one is compared to using that tactic. I do need the underwater materia for this to work, because I'm not going to do this in under 20 minutes, unfortunately. If I dealt like maybe, I don't know, 8,000 to him per costs, I could maybe have done it without the underwater materia. Could have been possible at least. But without it, it's not possible to do it under the 20-minute mark that you need in order to get to finish this without the underwater materia, that is. Next up is gonna be Ruby weapon, and he's gonna be a little harder. I mean, technically, I think I could use this tactic against Ruby as well, or a fairly similar tactic at least. It would take forever to kill him because of its insane magic defense, but it should work, technically. I think, at least, unless he has something in his AI. I don't know if you take too many turns that he does something to screw me over, but if it wasn't for that, I think this tactic should actually work against Ruby as well, which is just insane. But yes, because of his high magic defense, you kind of need something that pierces defense, or something that, or like if I had hero drinks, I could have done this as well. I think at least it would have worked with hero drinks. Might try that out as well. Yeah, so no worries, just go, so to say. High time. And I basically only used the MP that I used at the start of the fight when I cast the region Ultima with Vincent, or Cid, I mean. And other than that, I've basically just mimed, so mime doesn't take any MP, but you still get the benefit of using the spells naturally. But without mime, this would be extremely difficult. I don't think this would be possible without mime. You'd need, well, I mean, if you have another Ultima materia, you could technically maybe use HP absorb with one Ultima, and you might have enough MP you might get enough MP back from the I casts in order to not run out of MP. I'm not sure if that would actually work or not. But yeah, this is basically one way of dealing with this game's super bosses. One of this game's super bosses. I think we're gonna try see how this would work if I had like Quadrimagic Ultima. Quadrimagic Ultima, Mime, and W Magic, Region All, and one fairly low Magic Plus. See if it would actually work with that setup. And not have the counter mime actually. Or a lower level counter mime at least. Like maybe a level 3 counter. Just to try it out, see how that would work, and at a lower level as well. I can't get over how extremely pleased I am with this setup here. If I had allowed myself to use items, I could have, you know, used hero drinks and would have dealt more damage. No worries. If I hadn't had the limitations that I have for this fight in terms of not allowing myself to use items, I could have used those. So if I make a video with a lower level on this method, I might include using a couple of hero drinks as well. The other tactic that I had in mind was using full cure with a... I had actually... I don't know if I actually said that, but I had another way of dealing with this guy in mind. But I was planning on using that one first. I wasn't actually planning on using this tactic here. That would have been included full cure and added cut. And counter mime as well, naturally. That is so strong, counter mime is just fantastic. But that would have included those two materias, and would have countered all that it does with a full cure and an added cut on that, but I don't deal enough damage for that to actually be viable, because I don't... His airtime storm restores him as well, and I wouldn't be dealing enough damage to counteract that healing that he can do there if I had tried that tactic. So with this setup now, if you can deal more physical damage, have the ultimate weapon for example, that tactic should also work well. But it's for keeping one character alive, basically. You can't keep more than one character alive with that tactic, unfortunately. But it should work at least. should be getting, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes left or something. Dealing, I haven't counted how many costs I do, but I deal at about 20,000 per cost, so it's gonna be, what is it, 1 million divided by 20,000, so 150 costs basically that I need on this, 50 mines, and he should be down. Like I said, I haven't been counting how many I've actually done here. But yeah, should be getting fairly close, I believe. Next up for this challenge is gonna be Ruby. And like I mentioned, that one's gonna be... I think I'm gonna be able to deal with him, but I'm not 100% sure of it. Because he does have his high magic defense, which might be what won't allow me to defeat him. But we'll see. Just the region ticks off just as it sets me miss, basically. It's kind of funny. Though I believe you can't have the status at the start of the cast, so it's a little more time than that. That's the difference there. Now you could technically do this with most magic spells, like Comet will work, or what's that one called? Contain should also work for this tactic. They don't hit multiple targets, which makes it a little harder to get through it, and especially keeping everyone alive. But they should work at least for one character. They should. The region is just too strong, almost. Pretty sure I've passed the 20-minute mark, so definitely need the underwater materia for this. So yeah, there is that as well that you consider. Before you actually do this. I wonder if they're gonna include these Ruby and Emerald and Ultimate Weapon in the remake of this game. I do hope so. I mean, I hope they're gonna include them as some kind of super bosses. That would be fun. Well, Ultimate can probably perhaps be a regular boss even. Doesn't have to necessarily be a super boss. But the other ones, Emerald and Ruby, should definitely be included as super bosses, I think. Be a lot of fun to try to deal with them in this game. Probably been in this fight for about 30 minutes now, so yeah, it's going to be a pretty long one. Especially if you compare it to using knives around yet again. But I didn't want to do that, so I'm taking a little longer to deal with these guys, but yeah, I like it this way. This is actually a lot smoother than the final boss. That was... I mean, if I try the final boss with this party that I have right now, that would also be trivial, basically. Could kill him so easily. With these levels and this setup of materia. Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully it should be going down shortly here. I should be approaching the number of, I don't know, maybe I need, I'd say around 50 costs. Mathematically I should need around 50 costs. So hopefully I should be approaching that soon. Or I believe I should be approaching that soon, I suppose I should say, not hopefully. And I mean, if you were dealing twice the damage, say you had hero drinks, you could definitely do this without the underwater materia as well. No worries. At all, basically. Nice. Alright, there we go. That was Emerald Weapon in a initial equipment, no accessory, no items, no enemy skill challenge. Without using knives around. So yeah, that was smooth, I have to say. I am extremely happy with this tactic. I am so happy with it, it's almost ridiculous how happy I am with it. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and collect the master summon materia, and then it's time to prepare for Ruby, basically. Go ahead and collect that. Collect that. What's it called? Those mastered materias. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Not gonna do any more at this point. Next time I will be looking into Ruby and see if I can get him down as well. We'll see. That one's gonna be a little more difficult, like I said. But yeah, that's it for this one. So until next time, have a good time.